What's up YouTube, Never Lucky Pulse here, today showing you my Kashtira Deck Profile with the small Raidraptor engine. I will play this build at the German Nationals, not in the main event but in the side events, since I played the Austrian main event, so I'm not allowed to play the German main event. But I will show you the main combo of this deck and basically the deck profile obviously. First off, double Unicorn, triple Fenrir, double Rysart, one Ogre and one Scarecrow. That's the standard ratio. You don't need the Tier Element Extender, it's enough to play these cards. For the spells, basically 4 field spells, 3 Birth and 3 Theosis. Theosis is very important in this build, so you have to play 3. And a very important card in this build, Big Bang. You need Big Bang because you need as many monsters on the field as possible for your Arsenal Falcon to special summon one of the Raidraptors to the field. For the Raidraptors, these guys, the Raiders Wind and the Lanius, if you summon him, he's basically a Foolish Burial. He dumps this guy to the graveyard. And if you control a Dark XYZ monster, so the Arsenal Falcon, you can detach one material from your Falcon and special summon him from the graveyard. So you have access to a level 4 XYZ monster. In my build, I prefer the Book of Moon, the Evil Swan guy. I will show you later on the card. For the spells, triple Prosperity obviously. Utility card, double lands, I like it. It's an out against Imperm, against the Runic Sprite deck and against many other back row decks. Plus a double enemy controller, works also very fine in this deck, especially in the Mermage. This card is crazy good. And 1 Talents. I don't want to play 3 copies of Talents. 1 is nice, but this card is sometimes dead if your opponent has no hand trap and you are going first, so it's a brick. So only 1, and these 2 are versatile. You can go second and go first with this card, it's no problem. For the hand traps, triple Imperm, triple Shifter. Shifter wins games by itself, as you know, guys. Triple Ash and double Drone Knockbird. There are still some super heavy Samurai decks running around, and it stops the Sprite Life Twin deck plus the Runic Sprite deck in case they don't open with the Runic spells in the draw phase, so you can deny them at least 1 or 2 searches with the draw. And in the Mermage this card isn't as bad as well. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. Now to the extra deck. For the extra deck, we are playing 1 Rysart, unfortunately. Yes, the Banlist guys. Double Shangri-La, double Zeus, 1 Dark Armed, 1 Big Eye, 1 Arsenal Falcon. He is very important for this combo, so you need to play him as a one-off. F-Zero package and the Evil Swan Nightmare. He's a Book of Moon on your opponent's turn. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can Book of Moon that monster. So he's a very good out against the Mirror Match. Imagine your opponent special summons Unicorn or Fenrir, you Book of Moon it, and yeah, that's basically it. For the flex spots, 1 Baron de Fleur, and the targets for the Pot of Prosperity, 1 Elder Entity, Garura, and the Goliath for protection, very important. For the side deck, triple Ghost Bell, you need to play 3 in the side, it's mandatory, you have to play. Against Labyrinth, it's an insta win, against Sky Striker, it's needed, against Runic, the shuffle back, it's very, very useful. Double Anti-Spell wins games if you open with it. Triple Soulman Judgment against Evenly Matched. I'm expecting more Evenly Matched now, so Judgment is a nice counter to it. Like I mentioned, Evenly Matched, yeah, you have to play this card, it's awesome. 1 Feather Duster against back row decks. The 3rd Drone Lockbird in case you play against a deck which searches a lot. For example, Vanadium, the Life Twin Sprite deck, the Runic Sprite deck, and the Super Heavy Samurais, etc. The Hero deck, some Rogue decks, many Rogue decks died because of this card, so you have to keep a 3rd copy in your side deck. 1 Pankratops to out basically anything, and 1 Napalm, the Raidraptor guy. He burns in time, so if he is summoned you can activate this effect and burn for 600 damage. Very good in time games. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. It's very fun, it's more versatile compared to the standard Rysart Pass build, so you end up on a Rysart plus the F-Zero plus the Book of Moon, and the good part is you can play around Nibiru. So you go first into F-Zero if you have Birth. This triggers the Nibiru right away, and after Nibiru is resolved you can activate Birth, special summoning one of your Kashtira monsters and overlaying for the Rysart. So your endboard will be the Nibiru token plus a Rysart in the worst case. In the best case, F-Zero Book of Moon and a Rysart, which is very strong by itself. Okay, I now show you the basic combo. It's the same combo like with 89, you need the same monsters on the field, except you're not going for 89 but for the Arsenal Falcon. So let's assume we have Unicorn in Birth or one starter in Theosis, whatever. So we open Unicorn, effect to search. Let's search Theosis. We activate Theosis, summoning Fenrir to the field, effect to search Rysart. Now we are going for number 89. Activating Rysart's effect to special summon, effect banishing Big Bang, chaining 1 and 2. We are summoning one additional monster to the field with Big Bang, and we are locking one random zone. It doesn't matter because Shangri-La will leave the field anyway. So we overlay for the Arsenal Falcon effect. We are summoning the Lioness to the field and activating his effect, dumping the Raiders Wind to the graveyard. Now we can activate this effect, detaching one material from our Dark XYZ monster, special summoning to the field. So you can now overlay for the Nightmare, for the Evil Swarm, it's the Book of Moon on special summon monsters from your opponent. Now we can go for F0, so overlaying for this one and our Draco Future. So at this point your opponent has to Nibiru you, otherwise you will have the Draco Future and he negates monster effects. So you have still Birth in hand, in case you get Nibiru you can go for a Rysart, but this is the safe play. Now you're safe against hand traps or Nibiru, whatever. So you're activating Birth, summoning one of your Kashtira monsters, overlaying for a Rysart, and this is basically your end board. You have Draco, you have a Book of Moon, and you have a Rysart on the field. Plus Birth, so your opponent needs a Zeus to clear your board basically. Plus you have 3 other cards in your hand, maybe one Ash or whatever, so one draw. This might be it to win the game. I mean, this end board is very strong for the mirror match especially. Against Lava Golem you lose, against Sphere Mode you lose obviously, but not every deck is main decking these cards. So yeah, I'm expecting this one to be more superior to the pure build if you play a lot of mirror matches. And it doesn't matter if you open one of your Raidraptors in your hand, because you can normal summon one of your Raidraptors anyway, and activating with Arsenal Falcon the effect to special summon the last one from your deck, so you can go in the level 4 monster. So it's not a big deal if you open one of these in your hand, but if you open both in your hand it sucks, so you won't get this guy on the field. So yeah, that's basically the combo, and it's very fun guys, try it out. It's a bit more versatile and brings fresh air to the build. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like and subscribe, and see you on the next one. Bye!